Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be creating an on-trend makeup look. I'm going to be creating this beautiful soft grunge smoky eye. Let me know if you'd like to see me go full grunge, and I can definitely do that, so let me know down below. But before we get into the makeup, a portion of today's video is sponsored by Ritual. Ritual is having a New Year sale and you can get 40% off of all of their products. I wanted to take a second to highlight Hyacera, which I take alongside of the Essential Multivitamin. What's cool about Hyacera is that it's designed to promote skin support from within. It's made with 2 of the best clinically studied ingredients shown to help minimize wrinkles and hydrate skin, all in one little easy daily capsule. Hyabest helps promote glowing and moisturized skin, and Certique supports full body hydration and helps reduce wrinkles and fine lines. I take Hyacera to mainly support my skin's barrier, but it's a bonus that it also helps reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. My skin feels hydrated. I've noticed a big difference this winter season, and like the multivitamin, it can be taken with or without food. I like to take it during my morning skincare routine just to kick off my day. What I love about Ritual is that there are no fillers, colorants, additives, and their supplements are vegan friendly, non-GMO, gluten and allergen free. If you're interested in trying Ritual's products out, you can use my code 40Julia for 40% off your order, or I'll have a link in the description that will automatically apply that discount code for you just to make it a little easier. So again, a big thank you to Ritual. Now let's get into the makeup look. I want to jump around a little bit today, so I'm going to apply my base, so just primer, foundation, concealer, then I'll jump to eyes, then we'll jump back to base, just in case if I get some glitter everywhere. But I'm going to apply a little bit of my e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. Just going for it, I'm using whatever's left of this blue one. Okay, that's good enough. Today's makeup look is very much inspired by Venetia from Saltburn and Effie from Skins. I was so obsessed with that show in high school. Same with the rest of my high school. I remember we had Skins themed parties. We did not look as cool as them in the show, but we felt it. And my goal with today's look is to do a mashup. I wanted to have the soft grungy eyes paired with the kind of barely there, almost like clean girl aesthetic base with grungier tones. So I thought the perfect barely there base would be the MAC Face and Body. I'm going to be using the shade Pale as Shit. Just kidding, C1. And I wanted to apply this first before my eyes because I apply this a little haphazardly, okay? So I blend it in with my fingers because this product is like magic. Once you rub it in, it suddenly thickens, and that's where the coverage kind of unveils itself. If you apply it with a brush, you get more of like a Glossier skin tint vibe, but if you blend it out with your fingers, it just like almost like maybe emulsifies, and then this magic coverage comes out of nowhere. I absolutely hate applying foundations with my fingers, but it's almost a must with this product. I hate it because I don't like the sensation on my fingers. It really grosses me out. And then just to remove any like streaks or whatnot, I just go over with my Kosas sponge, which is my favorite beauty sponge of all time. It's so soft and it's not very porous, so it doesn't leave like a sponge mark on your face. Now I'm going to be concealing with my newest concealer, Hyperfixation. These are the NYX Pro Fix Sticks, and if you like the Clé de Peau stick concealer or the NARS potted concealer, you're going to adore these. So I'm going to be using 2 shades, Vanilla for underneath of my eyes to kind of brighten up my skin, and Natural to correct any spots I want to. So if you're unfamiliar with both of the concealers I compared this to, it has a really nice soft matte feel, and those types of concealers are ample for spot correcting or just to blur in general. They also came out with like color correcting shades. I was really excited to work on a campaign with them on TikTok and Instagram. You can check that video out because I kind of break down the way I like to go about color correcting. But you can just see that it has really potent coverage, but it still looks really, really natural. And these are quite different from one another. This one gives more like a serum vibe, still a lot of coverage, whereas this one has more of like a matte appearance. So they both have a nice place for me in my life and my collection. Now I'm going to be moving on to my eyes, but before I do that, I'm just going to apply my eyeshadow primer as well as my brow products. So while I'm doing that, enjoy the kitten intermission. I did the whole eye look. I was just too meticulous and I made it too clean, so I had to restart. So I'm taking my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Perversion, and I'm lining my entire waterline, except for the inner corner. I didn't want that today, but if you want that today, you can go for it. I'm now just going to line on top, like so, and then I'm quickly going to blend that out. And I am going to flow it into kind of a wing shape. I'm switching my brushes to this bigger one just to blend it all over my lid to act kind of like a base for the shimmers I'm going to add. Now I'm just, whoa, what's happening? Oh, I shut it. I was like, what's happening? I'm going to touch up some of the black to intensify it and to perfect it. I made the mistake of using some of the shades in here for my crease color, but they just translated pure pink, so I just went a gray. This was the first one I could think of. It's the Flower Nose Black Swan palette, and I'm just using this one shade. And I'm just going to use this as a crease color. So this in itself is pretty grunge already, but I wanted to add some shimmer, and I will be using some shimmers from this palette here, the Pretty Grunge palette from Huda Beauty. I'm sure she's so happy that she launched this just in time for the grungy trend. So I'm going to take a little bit of the shade Strong AF on my finger. This is like a really nice taupey, deeper gray-based silver, and this is going to go all over. And what's fun about grungy looks is that you can be kind of haphazard with your application. You can just be like boop, 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 and I'm done. And then just to intensify things, and I will be using this as my inner corner highlight as well, this shade right here, Maverick. Right in the center. Just for a little bit more of a spotlight. I'm going to dampen my brush just so I have more precision. And I'm taking that same Maverick shade and I'll be placing it in my inner corner. Then I'm going to take that gray shade once again so I can kind of set and smudge out my lower lashes. I like using gray shadows because it kind of makes it look like a lived-in black. Oh no, okay, that's fine. Thank God I didn't do the rest of my base yet. And I'm just going to go over top of the liner up here too, just to soften it and kind of smudge it. And when I know I don't have as much product left, I'm just going to fade it up towards the crease, just so it looks a little bit more muddled, not so placed. Now I'm taking some of my e.l.f. Prime and Stay powder to set my concealer and to also smudge out the liner even more underneath. But I'm first setting the under eye where there's no shadow, so I don't drag the gray into my eye bags, but I'll finish right here. By adding a little bit of a tinted powder like this, it kind of makes the black look green, almost like a tattoo, like a lived-in tattoo, which is perfect. So now I'm going to apply some mascara and I'll be right back for the rest of the base. And here's the eyes. What do we think? Again, I feel like I went a little too precise and clean with this look, but it's better than my first round. I'm going to add a little contour using my Fenty Amber contour stick. And I'm using this all around my face, not just my cheekbones. And I'm blending using my Moda fan brush. And I'm not necessarily using this as like a contour, I'm almost using it more so as my bronzer, just so that we get like that cool toned wash all over. I decided against a highlighter. I didn't feel like it was right for this look, so I'm going to use a powder blush. But before I use that, I'm taking more of my e.l.f. Prime and Stay powder just to help with the shine. And then for my blush, I chose the Kaleidos Mono Blush in the shade Pearl Bliss because it's a very subtle blush, but it just adds the perfect amount for this type of look. Grungy looks weren't very blush focused, but it didn't feel right to go without it. And I'm applying with my BK Beauty 107 brush. And I applied my setting powder first, just so that I would get an even more subtle blush application. And I'll also traipse this on my forehead a touch, as well as my chin. And this may or may not be my new personality trait of 2024. So I have these. These are the Half Magic Face Pearls in Bold Metallic. And these are so fun because they look like fake piercings. And honestly, you guys, I've always wanted an eyebrow piercing ever since I was 3 years old. Like, actually, I was 3 years old shopping with my mom, and we were at the Sunglasses Hut, and there was a guy with an eyebrow piercing, and I said, "Mommy, I want." And she said, "Maybe we'll pierce your ears first, then we'll see about the eyebrow, okay?" I've always been tempted, but I've just never gone through with it, and these just might be the solution to that. So I'm going to add a fake eyebrow piercing today using the silver ones. That's so fun. I also always loved this piercing here. I don't know what it's called. The one that goes across the bridge of your nose. I just want to see now that I'm doing this. I would never actually do it, but with these, kind of fun. I just want the eyebrow today though. And I always love when people have this piercing. Oh no. Love that one. This is such a fun product. I love how I don't have to actually commit. But this brow one, I feel so cool. I feel so cool, like who is she? But now let's do lips. I thought that MAC Oak would be a good lip liner for this. Maybe even something deeper, but we'll see. Let's see what my original thought looks like. It kind of suits the blush nicely. And then I thought Kaleidos Free Fall would be really cool. It's a gloss, but it has a lot of fun glitter in it. And it also has like a gray base. So I thought it could be potentially cool. I'm a big fan of that. I think the glitter matches the eyes really nicely. And here's the makeup of the day. You guys have no idea how cool I feel right now. I'm going to need a lot of these. And please say you want to see more grungy looks, and I'll try to get less technical and precise. I need to practice, but they're so fun to create. But before I go, I wanted to say another big thank you to Ritual for sponsoring a portion of today's video. It's your chance to get 40% off by using my code 40Julia or by using the link in the description box down below. But that's going to be all for me. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I will have everything I used listed and linked in the description box, so feel free to check that out. And I'll see you in my next upload. Bye!